Welcome to the Just My MomSense podcast. I'm not an expert, I'm just trying to figure out parenting and in turn myself while sharing things I've learned with all of you. Hello and welcome back to Just My MomSense. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and if there's ever a time to kind of just pause, take a breath, and really talk about how we're all doing mentally, emotionally, and everything in between, it's now. Good mental health is important for everyone, a parent or not. I think there's a stigma with so many things, and I feel like I use that word a lot, but it is getting better, but it still exists. And one of those things is mental health. A lot of people will feel like they can handle everything that's going on. They can take on more. They can take on the weight of someone else's emotions. They can take on the stress of their job. They can take on caretaking for their family. Whatever it is, they feel like they can do it and they can do it alone. And if you can, fantastic. But also, it's totally okay to not be able to do it alone and to need some help along the way. Even if that's just having someone to listen, someone to hear what you're going through day to day, someone to offer some words of encouragement or advice if you need it. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to ask for help. And more than anything, it's important to do it. Because if you are caretaking for your family, for your kids, for your friends, for your job, whatever it is, you need to be taking care of yourself too. And I don't know many people that haven't had days where they have felt completely depleted. I have. You just feel like you're running on empty. You're not sure if you have it in you to do the day-to-day tasks, to take on and be there for someone else. Maybe you just need a good cry. Maybe you need to blast some music and listen to your favorite songs. But we all have those days. And that doesn't make you weak, doesn't make me weak. It makes us human. I think a lot of us grew up in a time where feelings weren't talked about. Feelings were pushed to the side. But I want this episode to be a reminder that feelings do matter, your feelings matter, your mental health matters, and you're not alone. Some signs that maybe powering through is starting to wear on you. You may feel constantly overwhelmed or anxious. On the other side, you may feel numb or disconnected. You could have trouble sleeping, even if you're exhausted. You might not be able to think of the last time where you did something for you. And I think sometimes people feel like doing something for themselves is selfish, or doing something for themselves means it has to be this big grand gesture. Maybe it's, I need to take a big trip, or I need to go and spend an entire day at a salon or a spa or the gym, or sometimes feeling like you just need a whole day to yourself, no one else around. That's okay. But also it can be small, seemingly simple things that can change everything. It can be going for a walk. It can be just going out to a different coffee shop that you haven't tried before and sitting and drinking your favorite type of coffee or tea. Maybe you do start looking into finding a therapist. Maybe you'd like to journal and just get everything out of your head and down onto paper so that it relieves some of the overthinking that you're going through. Maybe you need a good text catch up with your friend. All of these are small things that can make a big difference. And none of these things are selfish. None of the big things are selfish either. All of them are okay. For my fellow parents, I know that not every day is perfect. You are not perfect as a parent. There is no such thing as a perfect parent. I am not a perfect parent. And a lot of days, parenting is hard. It can be the best thing in your life and also feel hard a lot of the time, and that's okay. And for my fellow parents, it's also important to remember that our kids are always watching us. They are seeing how we handle our big emotions. They are seeing how we handle our own anxieties. They are seeing if we might react in short, snippy ways, or have a really big overreaction, or show our frustrations and start yelling about things, or whatever it is. And they are watching to see if we're stopping to take a deep breath, if we're able to go out for a walk and breathe in some fresh air and be outside in a new element. They're watching if we're going to therapy, because there's nothing wrong with going to therapy. They're watching if we are handling our emotions in healthy ways. And that's the best thing we can do for them, because we can tell them, just take a deep breath. You're going to be okay. Everything will be fine. How do you know? Right? I mean, my kids have gone back at me with, no, I'm not going to be okay, or not everything's okay. And in fairness, in that moment, it does feel like that to them. We have all been there where in our really big emotional moments, things don't feel like they're going to be okay. But what's important is not only what we are saying to them and saying, you should do this, you should take a deep breath, you should go outside and get a change of scenery, you should take a drink of water. It's important for them to see us doing the same thing and us modeling the behavior. It's okay to teach our kids that it's okay to not be okay. Sometimes they feel such shame around crying or having a hard day or getting frustrated, and maybe they lashed out a little bit at home. And then they come back later and they're feeling bad about that. We've all been there. And if they're able to see that and admit that and maybe ask for help, they need to know those are great things and great tools for them to have in their toolbox. Feelings are not something to be ashamed of, whether you're a child or an adult. I think one of the biggest realizations I had as a parent is how important it is for me to be emotionally regulated in order for my kids to be emotionally regulated. They go hand in hand, and that takes work. I think it takes a lot of work, especially for us who grew up in the 80s and 90s. Those were not things that we were shown how to do or taught how to do. So it takes work and it takes time, and it's not perfect all the time, and that's okay. Just an observation I made. This is my own opinion. I have seen that sometimes people feel like mental health is not a priority. And I always think, if someone fell and broke their leg, are they not going to go and get that checked out? Are they not going to try to fix their leg? Of course they are. They have places to be. They have things to do. They can't let something like a broken leg slow them down. They need to keep moving forward. They can't ignore that. They can't fight through that pain. And I think the same can be said for mental health. If you are feeling sad or depressed or anxious, if things are harder to get through day to day, or if maybe you just want to grow and expand on things you already know and have already learned, if you want to make sure you're not going down a path that is making you feel sad or anxious, and you want to make sure you continue to do the work and you continue to have the tools to handle anything life is throwing at you, that's great too. It's important to ask for help. It's important to talk with people. It's important for those around you to know what you're going through. And if you're afraid of being judged for that, if you are afraid of backlash that you may get for that, if you're afraid that someone else may shame you for that, again, this is my opinion, that's on them. You need to do what's right for you. I think in the world of social media, sometimes I try to find the bright spots of social media, which can be tough a lot of days. But I think one of the good things about it is that it has made mental health seem a little more communal. And it starts conversations. It leads to people finding books to read that they may find helpful. It leads to maybe just a snippet from a therapist or from a teacher where what they're saying may really resonate with you and change your whole day. Finding a community of support, whether it's in your personal life or maybe online, is really important. Don't let anyone shame you for wanting to feel better or wanting to continue to feel good. Mental health is very real, and we should be treating it as a top priority. If you've never gone down a road of asking for help or reaching out or letting someone know that maybe you're not feeling your best, I know that can be hard. I know it's tricky. And I know sometimes people are in families or friend groups where they know they will not be supported. My heart goes out to them, and I just hope that they're able to find their community. If you've been feeling like, no, I'm good, I'm happy, everything's great, I'm at a really great place in my life, also awesome. That's amazing, and you should be proud to be in that spot. Sometimes you may feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. So if no one has told you today, you're doing a good job. For the parents listening, your kids are lucky to have you. And it's okay for anyone, kids, adults with children, adults without children, to need support. It's okay to feel your feelings. It's okay to address your feelings, good and bad. So although May is almost over, it's not over yet. And being Mental Health Awareness Month, try to use it as a reminder to keep checking in with yourself, to be kinder to yourself, to give yourself some grace, to give yourself time, and know that you're not alone. Find the things that make you happy. Find the community that supports you. Work on the projects that are important to you. Just keep moving forward. And if we want to use a Nemo reference, because you know I love Disney, just keep swimming. Thanks for listening today. If you feel this episode meant something to you, please comment on social media. Feel free to leave a review on your favorite podcasting platform. Share it with a friend. Hopefully you were able to catch my last episode with my friend Dr. Val. I have more guests coming up that I'm so excited about, and more episodes of me just sharing my thoughts, resources I have found along the way, and any support I can offer. I'm going to include some links to resources in the show notes. Until next time, take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you for listening to the Just My MomSense podcast. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Just My MomSense, or visit justmymomsense.com for past vlogs and a few of my favorite things. Music produced by Matt Harvey.